It was a series of events. It was multiple events. It wasn't just one thing for me. It was kind of a buildup, and it was a buildup over time, over the course of about 5 years.
In a matter of a year, I felt that I'd lost everything, from my mother, from my marriage, my business, everything, my pet. And I just felt that it was the end of the world.
I was in the war. I did 2 tours in Iraq, came back from the 2 tours, was hired by the fire department, and started working. At about the 5-6 year mark, I had a call. It was a triple homicide. A mother of 40 years old or so stabbed to death, 20-year-old son stabbed to death, and a 14-year-old girl was also stabbed. And a man at the scene was also stabbed, which we presume to be the father. As soon as the smell of that blood hit my nose, I instantly felt that I was wearing my uniform. I felt like I was back in Iraq. I was looking around for other Marines, and I was in a state of confusion. But I know that the odor triggered that reaction, and since that triggering, things started going downhill for me.
It's not an easy thing to talk about, but while you're going through it, you feel that you're in a very dark place and you're alone and that there's no one there for you.
I was snapping at my peers at work. I was snapping out at home. I would wake up with this burning anger. It was just started fomenting, and it just got bigger and bigger and bigger. And then that's, you know, I started becoming afraid because I didn't know where that path was going to lead. I couldn't see. I couldn't see an end to that.
There were times that I was driving and the pain was so strong, and I just felt that if my life ends right now, the pain will be over and I don't have to deal with this anymore.
As my anger grew, the explosion kept nearing, and the logical solution, the fastest solution that I could do to something to protect my wife was to kill myself. That thought entered my head. So then I started to plan it. I sat on the edge of my bed. I bought a shotgun. In that moment that I was thinking about how I could make this the least traumatic moment of my life, I literally popped in my head, I'm planning my suicide. You are planning your suicide. This is it. This is the problem. And I instantly remembered in the fire stations above the urinals and a lot of on the bulletin boards, there's this Paul Combs little drawing that shows of 2 firefighters in the jump seats on the back of a suppression, and one of them is wearing a sign around his neck that says, "I'm thinking about suicide, please help." And the other firefighter's looking at him like surprised and worried. Instantly, I thought about that, and I knew immediately I needed help right now. There is a way out of everything. If you have the will, you can overcome anything that it is that you decide to overcome.
What allowed me to get out of that place that I was in, that dark place, that hole that I was in, is having people around me, having good friends, somebody that I knew that I could call, that I can say, hey, I'm going through pain, through this horrific pain. It's hurting me. I'm devastated.
Don't be afraid to ask. A lot of people are very afraid to ask the question, are you thinking about harming yourself? Are you thinking about killing yourself? People are afraid that they're going to put that thought in somebody's head, and that's a fallacy. That is just not true. It's more important. In fact, many people want the relief that somebody wants to discuss it. I want people to understand, and especially first responders, firefighters, police, military personnel, which I've had the privilege of working with all of them. I want them to know that they're not alone in their suffering, and they're not alone in getting through the suffering to the other side.
And I knew that through patience, through understanding, through surrender, through a multitude, through just trying, attempting, and not taking anything off the table. I didn't take anything off the table. Anybody that said that they had a tool to help me, I was willing to listen. It didn't matter because I truly wanted to move away from this. I did not want this to be the case.
I can move forward. I can continue to live. There was a light at the end of the tunnel. There were people there for me that they care, they love me, that they were willing to do whatever they had to do to support me, to make me feel loved.
If a person is struggling with thoughts of harming themselves, or even just feeling like it's whatever they're struggling is too much, reach out.
In this process, I had to identify what I needed to get out. And what I needed to get out were answers.
What drives me to do it, to participate in this video, is the fact that I know that every day my brothers and sisters in the fire department are ending their life knowing that, not knowing, or maybe knowing it, but not opening up to coworkers at the station, to friends, to tell them, look, I'm going through this, I'm feeling this way.
My strongest urging is battle the fear of pride and independence and allow yourself to realize that there are people who want to help.
I don't want them to think that they're crazy by their thoughts that they're having, because a lot of us go through that, but we are not opening. We're not telling people what we're feeling because of pride, because, oh, people are going to think I'm crazy, but we're not. We're human.
There's other people that bring the light into our lives until we could see it and embrace it for ourselves.
The chaplaincy program is an amazing program that everybody needs to know about it. And the more people know about it in our department, the more we can help each other. And we can, if they feel that they're getting in a place that they need help, they need to reach out.
The chaplaincy program here at Miami-Dade Fire Rescue saved my life. There's no way around it. There's no easy way to say it.
To me, the chaplaincy program is the opportunity for people who do not have hope to begin to understand what hope is and where it comes from. That hope exists, and he's got a name.